Connors, Chair of the Newbury Police Station Building Project Construction Committee. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Martha Taylor, John Keller,
Yes.
Steve Theron, Zell Totnick. Good morning. This open meeting of the Newbury Police Station Building Project Construction Committee is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020.
This is the laziest meeting I've ever been in.
Current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID. In order to mitigate the transmission of COVID-19, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded, so that the public can follow with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Please note this meeting is being recorded and that the attendees are participating by video conference. While listening to myself, I almost need to take a nap now, put myself to sleep here.
You could have at least lip synced it, or something. Willy Vanilli it.
Yeah, no, you know what, guys? Just because I'm remote, I didn't want to. I didn't know what we're going to have for background noise or whatever. But hey, good morning. So, first, monumental accomplishment. This could very well be our last meeting of the Police Station Construction Committee, which means we've done a heck of a job. We still got some money left, and we're going to be hopefully wrapped up within our appointed time by the select board. So everyone, I sent out my email last night, and certainly BC is working very, very hard to close out the few remaining items. And Jeff V had called me on Friday. They were getting ready to pour the handicap ramp in that one section of sidewalk that was being replaced. And he was concerned about the weather and this and that. And, I just said, look, do what you think you need to do. So I'm expecting that to be poured today. What I would suggest, I sent out PAYREC number 17. As we know, it's in the pencil rec stage right now. In reviewing it, the content and the numbers all match what I'm expecting. Certainly, Steve, Farron, and Zell need to secure some additional documents, primarily paperwork and a couple of remaining affidavits and as-bills. So what I would suggest is for the committee to entertain reviewing PAYREC 17 as presented and conditionally approving if that's what the committee decides. We talked about last Wednesday at the weekly construction meeting that beyond BC's completion of all their requirements, we still have a site plan approval to get a release on and a certificate of compliance from conservation. So what we discussed was the potential of doing a conditional improvement on the PAYREC, but the final payment to be issued in 2 checks, one for $229,434.05, and upon submittal of the letter of recommendation and certified pay rec by Zell, that would be released. The $15,000 amount, I guess we could call it, would be a holdback until the town had a chance to have site plan approval and the Concom review and issue a certificate of compliance. For me, the big thing is once we get the civil engineer's affidavit that the work substantially completes with both the conservation order, the building drawings, and the site plan approval. I think that's the big hurdle. And neither Steve or Zell will issue their documentation until that takes place. But why don't we just go around the group and see what anyone's thoughts. Did everyone get PayRec, pencil rec number 17?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Yep.
Okay. And if you look at the last page, change order number 5 will certainly be being prepared by Context and would be submitted. The dollar amount is 105,000, and it does match exactly the committee spreadsheet. If you turn to the last page of the PayRec, it gives you change order number 5. It's broken down, but so BC has made their PayRec is complete, but there's an official form that Zell has to provide. And if you look at item number 56, 57, 58, they are the credits that we were seeking. Diesel fuel credit, $4,110.60. Attic drywall credit, $17,650. National Grid invoices, electrical bills that were paid by the town prior to substantial completion. That was $5,725.06. That closes out all of the outstanding issues. This whole format has been presented for preliminary approval with both the town administrator and the town accountant, and both are comfortable with this approach. So I guess, do we have a motion? Let me read this and I'll send it to you, John Keller, for the minutes.
Sure.
Okay, so do we have a motion for conditional approval of the attached pencil rec pending the documents mentioned, which would be the letter of recommendation from Vertex and the signed certification by Context. Upon receipt of those documents, the town would release check 1, $229,434.05. Check 2 in the amount of $15,000 would be released upon notification that the site plan permit and conservation certificate of compliance have been issued.
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, team?
No, I agree with the approach here.
Yep.
Well, you know what, when we talked about it on Wednesday, John, and it just seemed to be the fairest way of not tying up the final PayRec. When basically we're hitting a summer schedule within our own community and our own boards. So, all right, why don't I do a roll call vote? All those in favor say aye. Martha Taylor,
Aye.
John Keller,
Aye.
Chief Lucy.
Aye.
And Bob Connors votes aye. I'm actually surprised that Steve Theron and Zell are not on the call. I'll follow up with them on that. I think this was the anticipated outcome of our meeting. So, John, Lucy, anything going on? Looks like you're ready for concrete. Pretty much all your interior stuff is done.
Yep, actually the truck is out there right now pouring the the handicap ramp. So
Please control your urge to put your footprint or handprints in the concrete.
no promises. I'm not gonna lie that there might be some memorabilia in the sidewalks here and there.
Uh-oh.
Want a horseshoe? I'll put it down.
Yeah, so they're out there pouring now. Everything else is good. They're also making some final little tweaks on 1 or 2 doors. They took care of most of the problems since our last meeting with the doors. Everything seems to be okay. No, everything's good. Everything's great.
Well, I think we're transitioning from punch list to warranty items that
Yep, I agree.
will present themselves over the next few months.
Yep. Yep.
John, would you say BC's been very responsive on handling any warranty or punch list issues that have?
Oh, absolutely. No complaints at all.
Yeah.
Zero complaints.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's been a good team, and so, well, listen, team, I would say this likely will be our last meeting before our committee expires. If anything changes, I will post the meeting. Likely that will be in person unless the Commonwealth extends the COVID Zoom approach. But job well done. We
Been a hell of a ride.
within schedule and under budget. That doesn't happen too much on public projects.
No, it's actually been a pleasant experience. I can't say anything bad about it. How smooth everything went, everything. So it's been good, really good. Not a lot of chiefs can say that when they've gone through a project like this. My peers, I talked to them, they're very, very jealous. So
I have to ask, John, has Essex moved in their station yet?
I don't know, but you know what? Maybe I'll give them a call and find out and just kind of gloat a little bit.
Well, we have a little bet with one of their selectmen, so.
Yeah.
Why don't we go around? Martha, any other questions, any concerns?
No, all set. Job well done. Thank you, Bob, for leading the charge.
Well, it takes all the spokes in the wheel to make it happen. John Keller, how about yourself?
Yeah, it was an honor to be a part of this team, and it's one of the smoothest projects I've had the experience of being on, and being under budget is how did that happen? Yeah, but we know how that happened, and John, thank you for letting us serve you.
John Keller, could you provide a warrant cover sheet?
Yeah.
And we'll circulate that. Again, I'd like to have all our stuff wrapped up, but I'll make sure we have specific instruction with the town accountant and our town administrator that this is conditional upon the receipt of a couple of other documents.
Almost done, and I'll send it along shortly.
Okay, yeah, if you could sign it too, that would just be, we'll get everything done under the wire electronically that we can.
You bet.
Chief, you're all set.
All set. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you.